Well, in the wake of Charlie Kirk's passing, we're speaking with someone who knew him personally as an employee and as a friend.
12 News journalist Sean Rice live at ASU. All right, Sean, what's this relationship all about and what'd you find out?
Yeah, Troy Caribe, good evening to you both. I think Charlie Kirk had a unique way into of himself of meeting college students exactly where they are. And he had a unique way of doing that often here on the campus of Arizona State University. And this afternoon, I had a chance to speak with Carson Carpenter. He's the former president of the College Republicans group here on the campus of Arizona State University. And he recalled just around this time last year in the heat of an election season, September of 2024, when Charlie Kirk was just a couple of blocks away from where I'm standing right now, engaging in a strong but always respectful debate with college-age students. Now, this afternoon, I had a chance to speak with Carson inside his Tempe home. He is a recent Arizona State University graduate, and he shared some pictures of what that September day looked like. As I mentioned, in the heat of an election season, as Kirk and his group, Turning Point USA, were trying to elect Donald Trump into the Oval Office, this is when Kirk spoke to students right here on campus. Carson Carpenter himself also works for Charlie Kirk's group, Turning Point Action and Turning Point USA, and he tells me he last saw him in person at their Valley headquarters last month. That was a conversation where Charlie was glowing about just how proud he was to be a dad of two young children and a husband to his wife, Erica. But really, what really struck Carson most about their conversation and most about Charlie Kirk himself is the impact he had on college students, showing interest in their lives in a way few others could do.
He was handing out hats, and he just seemed like he was in his happy place there, right? All the students were coming up and telling him they're an inspiration. They look up to him. You know, he's one of the most important figures of their lifetime.
And Carson also showed us this picture right here on your screen. This was a picture he took back in 2023 with Charlie Kirk at an annual America Fest event that Turning Point USA holds annually in downtown Phoenix. At the time, the young college student was just getting involved in politics, and he didn't really think Kirk would remember who he was. But he was wrong. He immediately recalled their couple prior conversations that they've had, and he immediately made him feel seen in a way Charlie Kirk could only do.
As you could see, smiling ear to ear, just being able to talk about, you know, what he was doing to help the movement and help his cause for everything that he's done. And those students gave him nothing but love and grace back. And to see it go out in such a cruel and disheartening way is just, it shows how cruel humanity can be at times.
And back out here live, one thing that really struck me about my conversation this afternoon with Carson is just how awful he feels for students at Utah Valley University. As a recent college graduate himself, these are students in Utah who had to witness Charlie Kirk get assassinated right in front of their eyes. That cannot be something that is easy to see or hear, and he told me his heart really go out to those students, and of course, his heart goes out to Charlie's wife, Erica, and his two young children. We're live in Tempe. Sean Rice, 12 News.
Yeah, and we're not showing the video. I mean, you can see it online if you want to. It is horrific, and that's a great point about people being there. And when you think about Charlie Kirk, a lot of the things that he said were very controversial. They were not popular with a lot of people, yet he continued to put himself out there, you know, as he did today, the same kind of events, like as you said, he did right there at ASU.
Yeah. 100%. And I would say one of the campuses he visited the most was here at ASU because he's called the Valley home for the last 10 years. The headquarters Bianca was just at are here in Phoenix. And so he made it a point of always being here on campus, making himself known and reaching out to students in a way, as I mentioned, that it felt like only Charlie Kirk could do. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Sean, thank you for that so much.